Let's get it started. Mortal Kombat, equally Malay Peli. Yes, 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 ladies and gentlemen, as I am broadcasting live right here, I am Manzolwandle Boogerman, the C, and this is the T-Man Show. I'd love to welcome you to the show, and today, man, I am very, very excited on who I'm going to be having on the show, because he's going to be joining me real shortly. He is a hip-hop artist. He has done so much. He is going to be breaking down his career. Basically, he is waving right now. Yes, you can hashtag your cup of tea, hashtag push us push. This is Hip Hop Nation TV. This is where most artists make their name in the game on the T-Man Show. I love to welcome my homie, my guy, Lwazi Mantembe. Track it right. And Mantembe. It's going well. You know, the president spoke. Well, we're still on level 3, guys. We're still on level 3. But restriction guys ingati kubi. But yeah, man, the show has to go on as I wait for this man to get to the screen. I have invited him. Yes, you can hashtag your cup of tea, hashtag push us push, hashtag soldiers march. I am broadcasting live right here in Morningside, and there is my man.
Hey, yo, what's up, dog?
Yeah,
So, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, my guy.
I think this is a better joint.
All right. How you doing this evening, man?
Sure. Okay, I need the light.
Ukraine this evening.
What's up, King?
It's all right.
Yeah, I'm happy, man. I'm fresh. I'm fresh 100 maintaining. You know what I mean?
Yeah, ingathobonakali kodwa.
Yeah, I got into the light. Because yeah, outside the network is better than inside, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's light out here.
All right. As long as they are bonakala, I was actually listening to your music today, man. I just have to commend you for keeping hip hop alive, man. Can you hear me?
Can you say that again, King?
I have to commend you for keeping hip hop alive. You know.
Yeah, you know, it's we grew up in it. As it was, it's not even like keeping it alive. It's a part of us, you know. In the park, freestyling, you know. So it's just a natural thing. And it so happens that there wasn't really death of hip hop, but obviously once we focus on like the mainstream and what's radio playing, then it gets characterized into that.
That's very true, man. Ndicela nje uzazise uba ungubani and where you grew up, and yeah, man, and just tell us about your inspirations of why you do hip hop.
Yeah, I'm Lwazi Tha MC. You know, igama it's Lwazi for Gwijane, so Mkwati.
Yeah.
Home is the EC, you know. It's Eastern Cape, Kundonga. Otherwise, ndazalelwa Namibia. So I was born in exile. You know, the peeps, things happened, you know. And then basically I only stayed there for a year. And then Joburg, back to Joburg, Cape Town, back to Joburg. And in Joburg I stayed in Midrand, so I'm a mid-city cat, you know. Midrand, I stayed most of my childhood years in Midrand, you know what I mean? Country view, and basically the hip hop, that's where I wouldn't say started because Cape Town, Tupac was already alive and that type of hip hop, but in Midrand we were spitting, you know. That's where we were like, because I used to like download videos on Channel O. When Channel O started, like leave it on record just for the hip hop shows, you know, those hip hop videos. And I guess that's where the hip hop state of mind eventually grew. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that we got that state of mind until obviously then we listen to more music. You write your own verses, you know, and then now we have ciphers, you know. Before 8 Mile, like, so now there's a beatboxer, and we're honing our skill. And from that point on, yeah, we was doing it for a very long time. Like, it's been, I would say, 12 years now, 13 years.
Ooh,
spinning in the hip hop like environment.
I hear you.
Yes.
I mean, you were saying something about you were in Cape Town. Just briefly explain like the hip hop scene, because it's heavy there when it comes to
Cape Town
with the prophets of the city. Just like explain, what did you get like influences from them in terms of like the rap style that you have?
No, you see, Cape Town, and then say light. So I left Cape Town like when I was 12, like 1998. That's when I left Cape Town. And at that time, it was more, you know, your Tupac, because it's street, you're hearing it as a child from what's playing, you know. So Tupac and a lot of Kwaito, you know, like Kule also a Kwaito environment, you know, your obviously Scheme, you know, Ishmael, you know, Trompies, old school cats, Mama Willis. It's part of Elokshin, that's a part of my identity. And you know, I can't just leave it. Because for me, that was hip hop, you know what I mean? Oh, it was hip hop. Obo, Too Short, you know, TKZ, all the legendary Kwaito stuff, Bujo Nina, that environment, plus the hip hop that we listened to was more, you'd hear Tupac on the radio, you know? And then you get introduced by smaller overseas hip hop. And then, Channel O just allowed us to have access, like real access. And that was now when the two worlds meet, you know. You're still like it's like the ghetto. You can't take the ghetto out of you, because internally you when you hear like TKZ, you know, you know where you were, your environment, you street in a local way, and then the hip hop took over, and we had to learn your Wu-Tangs. It was natural, you know, like just listening to them, and it's sort of mixed. And even now, as an artist, that's why my music, if you listen, I try to keep the street references, you know, local, Istamto, Xhosa, Zulu, wherever I feel at that time, I'm not like conformed to English, you know, to use the English language or the underground. I have to show how I lived. And those two worlds, in most of my tracks, you can hear, you know, those two worlds.
Yeah. So basically, those two worlds have to collide, and like in the type of influence that you gather from hip hop, because you also trying to preserve your language, Xhosa Sakho and Ubuntu Bakho, and present that in your music, right?
True, and as much as I can, because in Tina, some of us had a disadvantage, you know, because we never asked for the education that the ANC government actually ended up getting for us. Because Boninto Bayenza, they just, or even growth and to develop literature, you know, they were like, they throwed us in a European-centric education system